Eduhub StudySmart App like you a propeller. Make you take off like helicopter. Know your material from chapter to chapter. Language, science, and maths you can learn faster. So make me pass out and study smarter, not harder. And get with the app, push a little further. Pass out and study smarter, not harder. Act like you a propeller. Take off like helicopter. Just download Eduhub StudySmart App. Study faster, and study smart.
I'm Cassandra, Acting Chief Education Officer in the Ministry of Education and Youth. I am so proud of Davy and her team, and I am proud of what this represents. Now, we are at a time in education where we are now fully cognizant of the impact and the success that we can experience as a result of the integration of technology. Now, this is what that app is, an opportunity to enrich the learning experience for our boys and our girls. I am delighted and I'm excited. I just want to just celebrate with the developers and the innovators today. And because the material in the app is aligned to the NSC, it is telling us the level of mastery with the curriculum. You know, the strands in the curriculum, the topics in the curriculum. The app is able to tell us which area of strength is coming out, which also tells us what is happening with our teachers, because our students can perform because of the exposure provided by our teachers and of course their parents. And so it's telling us how competent is our student with respect to the curriculum. We are proud of you at the Ministry of Education. This is what we want learning to be. It's not just about passing exam, but about our learners to become manufacturers, developers, not just users of research, but to generate their own research and to create and innovate. That's what the true product of our education model is about, and we are grateful and happy to see it's happening right here in Jamaica. Well done, Eduhub. We are proud of you. Congratulations.
Blast off to an academic start with Eduhub StudySmart, your #1 app for acing your PEP exam. StudySmart uses AI technology to tailor study plans just for you. Complete practice questions, earn badges, and track your progress. Join the League of StudySmart Superstars. Download Eduhub StudySmart app today. Eduhub StudySmart, where learning becomes an unforgettable adventure.
Good evening, colleagues. I do hope that we are all doing well. If you are doing well, just give me a thumbs up in the chat so that I know that we are all present and we're all here. So just let me see those emojis going up. Good evening to everyone, principal, teachers, and I know that we do have a few parents here as well. It is my pleasure to engage you this evening in this session where we discuss and we learn more about the Eduhub StudySmart app. And I also have with me my assistant, Siricha. I know she's here moderating. Okay, I see Kay that you're all good. And we're also streaming live on YouTube. So if you have any colleagues who are having challenges, they can access the session via YouTube as well. So we'll put the link in the chat just in case you want to share it with your colleagues. All right, colleagues, we're going to go straight into the meat of the matter, which is really to learn about the Eduhub StudySmart app and all the goodies that it brings. And so I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen, and so that we can go right into the application. Right. Okay. All right. So if you are seeing my screen, just give me a thumbs up in the chat so that I know that we are all seated. All right, I see Sandy Bay Infant is here in their colors. All right, so Eduhub StudySmart, what it is. So the app is an application that was developed by Eduhub, and it was created really out of the need to provide support to my son who was doing PEP 3 years ago. We realized that we couldn't find resources. I couldn't find resources for him, and so I started getting practice tests and mock exams together. And then I started with the first prototype by using them as my guinea pig. Then I moved over to Hazard Primary and I used them as another guinea pig, just to test the app to see if it works, get some feedback. We got some valuable feedback from the school. And then we launched last year, August. Since we've launched, we have had tremendous success. Our students did exceptionally well in the last PEP exam. And a big thanks to the app is that they access practice tests per strand, mock exams based on the different exam types. They also have challenges that they engage with, and the content is 100% aligned to the national standards curriculum, right? And we cover grades 4 to 6. Again, the app provides personalized learning because we use AI through analyzing the areas of weaknesses for the students. We also provide progress tracking and definitely gamification. So some of the features include, and we'll get a little deeper in them, progress reporting, so subject progress, topic progress, time progress. We also have dashboards for the teachers, the parents, and the students, and principals. So as a principal, you'll be able to see what is happening in your school. You'll be able to analyze what the students are doing. You'll be able to see their areas of weaknesses. You'll be able to have targeted intervention based on the data that you are getting. So the AI feature allows for personalized learning. So students are given additional questions based on the areas of weaknesses. And we also aggregate the areas that the students need support in. And that is per strand. All right. As I mentioned, we are fully aligned to the curriculum, both in terms of our topics, our units, all of our exam types. We cover all of the exam types as well. So curriculum-based performance tasks and abilities, we have them all covered. We also give you the dashboard with all of the data that you need so that you can do your internal analysis. And prior to the exams, you know exactly where the students are at and where they would need more support. All right, so gamification, this is where our students really shine. They love the points and the badges that they get. So they get a point for every correct answer. They also unlock badges based on the number of points that they would have gotten. There's a leaderboard that they will actually rank the top 20 students on it. They'll see what points they have and how far they are from the actual leaderboard. We also have our accessibility features. So we have a read aloud feature for the students who might have challenges reading. We are hoping that having access to the app and the content and being able to see and hear the words together, that it will help them to be more confident in reading. We also have time mode and practice mode. So students can complete mock exams in real time, in terms of just testing if they are working on time, or for those persons who are slower, they'll know exactly where they are in comparison to the actual exam and be able to time themselves properly. They also have access to practice mode where they can work self-paced, all right, and then see how they're progressing. Within the app, we also have notifications, so we will send them upcoming progress report, we will show them upcoming challenges, we will also communicate with them in terms of motivating them, giving them exam tips and strategies. So all of that is a part of the application and the support that we give. We also, we have not yet integrated with Google Classroom, but something that we intend to do. In terms of, we do have a website, which is where the teachers and the principals will find, and I'm going to show you the website in a bit, where you will find the dashboards, where you'll find your students' data, all right? The website will give you all of that. So you'll have a class, the students can join, you will see all their data, similar to what you'd see in your Google Classroom. We also have expert tutor support. So for students who might need additional support outside of what the app brings, that comes at an additional cost, and they can request a tutor if they need that kind of support. We also have support in terms of, we do offer last year we did it, where we have pep talk sessions. about 2 weeks before the exams, which the students found very beneficial because we went through past paper questions with them. We gave them exam tips and strategies, and we helped them to calm their nerves and help them to realize that this thing can be fun and light and easy. So that's the point of the pep talks. We also have our support. So we have the frequently asked questions, videos on how to use the app. We also have a WhatsApp line that is built into the app. So if you're having any challenges, it's easy to communicate with us. We also have quality checks. So we have a report a question, just in case there's any issue with any of the questions on the app. We do have a quality check in place because we do believe in high quality questions were written by educators like myself, who are very knowledgeable about the curriculum and the content of it. And so we do want to make sure that we keep that quality. So if there's any issue, we have our report a question in the application itself. All right. So we are going to go straight into the demos, but let me just go take a minute to just pause and just check the chat to see what's happening there. I'm seeing the YouTube stream. Let me see if there's anything else for me. All right, I'm not seeing anything else yet. All right, great. So I am going to go ahead and stop sharing and allow for my other device to share in terms of the demo. Right, just give me a second, please. All right, so I think Zoom I got kicked out. Give me a second, please. Let me just hurry up and get back in to the meeting on my other device. All right, so for the app itself, the app is currently in Google Play Store, so users can download the app and you will access the website. So for students, that is where they go. So the students all use the application. Teachers use the app as well as the website. So the app is... So the app is available for the teachers free of cost once we have students who have signed up. So once you have 30 students or more who have signed up, and we'll talk some more about that, the teachers get access to the app for free and on our and access to the dashboard as well. So let me just go ahead and share my screen. There we go. All right. So I'm going to show you how the app works. So this is what the students will see. Once they log in, enter their username and their password, then they will have access to the application. So this is the grade 6 interface. So every grade have a different interface. So grade 6 interface is the sports theme. And so we're going to go straight into the practice test. So practice test. Now the practice test is based on subject as well as strand. So remember that we initially said that every practice test is related to strands. So for mathematics, for example, you'll realize that you'll see the strands, right? And so the students can do a test per strand. So I'm going to ask the grade 6 teachers if you're in the chat or if you teach grade 6 or if you are, which strand are you teaching currently for grade 6? Let's see. Who is in the chat who teaches grade 6? Grade 6? Where's grade 6? Nobody teaches grade 6? Numbers, sets, all right. All right, so we're gonna go to, I'm seeing number, all right. So number. We're gonna go to types of number. and we're going to start the test. So I'm going to click on practice mode. And the questions are on screen, so I'm not going to go through unless a teacher wants to do the test. But if not, I'm just going to go through and select. I'm just going to go through and select an answer for now. All right. So I'm just going to go through, select an answer. So to select the answer, you just tap on the correct answer and click on next. All right. So what's the square root of that? I'm not reading. Should know that one out of my head though. All right. So just going to go through. No answer selected. Let me select my correct answer. Go through again. Go through. We have submit. So if you notice at the top, you see the number of questions. I'm 10 out of 10 at this point. So I'm going to hit that submit button and let's see. I'm going to cross my finger and hope that I get at minimum 50. Yeah, I got 50. Excellent. All right, so I'm going to hit that review button. So you can see here that I would have seen my grade. I got 5 points because I certainly would have gotten 5 correct. So let's go. So again, here you can see what I got correct, right? Remember I told you about the report a question, so that is that little button right at the bottom of each question. So just hit that if you want to report a question. And it shows me what I got incorrect, right? So I got question 2 incorrect, I got question 3 incorrect, I got question 4 correct, and it continues until I am at question 10. So what this does that it gives the students immediate feedback. All right, and for questions that are more difficult, you'll actually see either worded feedback or a video feedback to explain it to them if it is a very challenging question. And what we recognize that we're also collecting data to find out which questions in terms of the levels of difficulties. We know for the DOK level 3 questions, they might be a little bit more challenging. So the questions are also written based on the different DOK levels. All right. All right, so I'm going to click on finish review. Click on finish review and just go through and show you some of the others. So we also have mock exams. So the mock exams are based on the different exams that the students actually do. So for grade 4, they will see practice tests, just like how you see practice tests for grade 6. They'll see them by strand just the same. But for grade 5, their mock exam will be the exams that they actually do. Grade 4, it will be performance tasks, language arts, and math, because that's the exam that they actually do in terms of the PEP exam. For grade 4, sorry. For grade 5, they will see on a mock exam, mathematics, social studies, language arts, and science, because those are the exams that they do at grade 5 in terms of performance tasks. So it is actually divided based on the exam type. So grade 6 now, they have a lot of exams. And so if you notice their list is long. So if we were to click on math, for example, you will see here performance tasks, and then below that you will see curriculum based, because they do performance tasks and curriculum based at grade 6. All right. So let's look at science, for example. We know that science, they only do curriculum based. So you'll only see curriculum based questions here. All right. And abilities, you will also see abilities here. So you will see a full list of abilities questions that they can also do. The abilities questions are set up just like the abilities exam, right? I'm going to just look at our math performance task and just show you how it works. So I'm just going to click on math, all right? And I'm going to click on start test. And this is the performance task. All right. So You might not see everything on the screen because the screen on Zoom is a little bit different than what is on my screen. So you might see a few of the words cut off, but that's not a problem. All right, so the task, so the students get the task, they have to read through it. Some of it might require them to use their notebooks, especially if it is sketching. So in this case, if sketching and drawing or anything that is more complex, then they can do it in their notebook. When they're finished doing the activity, they can just go ahead and input their answer on the line provided. And I'm just putting in gibberish. Similarly for task 2, again, they go through, read through the information, right? Complete the table in their notebooks, and they can also put their answers here. And the last task, again, they go through, read through the questions, and they put their answers here. When they're finished, they hit the submit button. The questions are very lengthy because I'm just quickly going through why you're not seeing the fullness of the question, but it's actually very long. All right, so I'm going to hit that submit button. And we have a pot of gold here. So when you hit that submit button, you click on review test. And here is where the beauty about this is. We actually give the students what the suggested correct response is. All right, so we give them what the answer should be, and we also explain to them what it should be, and we make sure to let them know that any diagram or words can be used to explain or justify. So we do make room for any sort of justification as well. All right, now, similarly, they will see their answer at the top, right? So usually they will see their answer where it's the answers. That would be where their answer is, right? And then below that, you will see the suggested correct response. So that's how it is for all of them. So they'll see their answer first, and then they'll see the suggested correct response. Now, if for the language arts, for example, that requires sources, for grade 5, the social studies and science that requires sources, all of the sources are, and I can show you a language arts in case you want to see the one with the sources. So the sources are there. If it asks them, I'm going to show you the language arts one. If it asks them to write a letter, then it actually gives them the full length of the letter, the entire letter, for them so that they will know how a business letter is written, for example, or a story is written. So it actually gives them what the suggested response could be. Now, you can use this for multiple things. You could use it for to engage your students in self-evaluation, to see, they have written this is what the suggested correct response could be. I notice I said could, but there are multiple responses, and get them to actually analyze why this answer is there, what could they have changed, do they agree with the answer that is there, and so it's a good way for evaluation. All right, so I promised to show you the language arts. I just bring up one to show you. The abilities is full multiple choice 40 questions, so I won't get into that, but I just show you one of the language arts. All right. So I'm just gonna click on review because I've already done this one. So here you have the sources. It's coming up. So you have source 1, source 2, source, and then it gives you the task. For example, and they're supposed to use a graphic designer, and their answer is there. It gives them the suggested correct response. And task 2 again gives them the information they're supposed to come put in their suggested response, or their response. And task 3 again, it asks them to write a letter, and it gives them the suggested response, which is a full letter. I think this is a formal letter. So it gives them the full letter. All right. So it gives the students a good idea as to what it is that they're expected to do. And as a teacher, now you have all of this resource at your fingertips. All right, so I'm going to just go back from mock exams. And as I mentioned challenges. So let me just scroll up so that you can actually see. So I mentioned challenges. So challenges are monthly challenges that are based on abilities. So we do start introducing abilities from grade 5, then get challenges grade 6. And these are all ability problem-based questions. All right, now just going down a little bit now, recent activities. So again, if you were to click on any recent activity and I just click on numbers, you'll be able to see the name of the quiz, the subject, the grade level, the percentage that the child have gotten and how long the child, or the time of the exam or the test. All right. Other things that you can look at now is your reports. I'm going to scroll all the way down because you're not able to see my full screen based on this. Right. So you can click on report. And you are able to see the student progress report. And this is just a mini report for the parent and the child. So one of the things that one of the feedback that we got from the schools that use the app is that they actually like to see the progress bar moving. So the students are motivated by seeing the progress bar moving. So the progress bar will move as the students do more exam and they're improving, or more tests and they're improving. The higher grades they get, the more the bar will move, and the bar will be moving all the way along. The bar will also go backwards. So if the student is not doing very well, or if they got a lower grade, then it will be going backwards as well. All right. You also have the option to view all attempts. So you will see all the tests that the child would have done, and you can actually see the score and the time. So we just did, for example, place value. So here is, you can just click on it and you'll actually see the test that was done, but you'll also see the time and day that the place value. So we just did this one. All right. I'm going to scroll up. So personalized learning. So again, you'll see the student areas of weaknesses. So you can see here that we're not very, well, for the PT, we can understand because those were not, but you can see parameter, place value, and the area of weakness is calculated based on 70% or less. So if they get less than 70%, it should be considered an area of weakness. And we're taking feedback on that. So we are moving on. All right, so suggested practice test again is based on those areas of weaknesses as well. So you will also see that. So I'm just gonna jump back from report and we're gonna go to settings, and you will see in the app where the student can see their points. So Lyndon has 21 points, and he can also edit his profile and add emojis, etc. He can also click on our support. And when he clicks on support, you can also WhatsApp us immediately. Just in case there's an issue, there's a WhatsApp contact immediately right there. In terms of test attempts, you can also see the test attempts here. We also have our privacy policy in the app as well. And we also have the delete my account. Now, we don't suggest that users click on delete account because you know what happens. When you delete account, you delete everything, but it's a privacy policy of ours that we have to have it. So it is there, but we don't encourage the students to click on it because it's going to delete everything. Even though there's several mechanisms you have to go through first, but just to let you know. All right. Also, we have our leaderboard. So we do have our leaderboard. And this is what the students actually love. They love the leaderboard. They love the points that they earn. They love so they are able to see their points. So Lyndon is at position number 336, and a lot of students drop off the app already because they were in grade 6 last year. So poor Lyndon have a long way to go. And then you will see the students who are in the top 20 on the board. The one of the beauties about the leaderboard is that the students are also able to see, as long as they sign up with your school, the school that the child is at, and the points, they won't see anything else, just that. And so the students are actually competing against other students from other schools. And sometimes the students at the other schools don't know that they're competing against them, but the competition is stiff. So I like it. I like the competition and I like the rivalry among the students. So that's good. And it motivates them as well to learn and to do better and to gain points. We also have badges. So students unlock badges. So Lyndon has not unlocked any badges yet because he's certainly a far way off. And then we also have the notification bell that they can click on, and you definitely will be able to see the notifications there. Once they come in, they'll be here. All right, so that is the app in a nutshell. I am going to be taking just a few questions in regard to the app, and then I'm going to jump into the dashboard for the teachers where all your data is at. The parents will also have access to the dashboard, but the parent dashboard is only based on the child, your particular child. All right. The teacher dashboard is based on all the students in the teacher's class, and the principal dashboard has all of the students who are at the school, and then they are broken down by classes. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. All right. And let me just jump in the chat and see. All right. Somebody's asking about the cost. I'm going to discuss the cost in a bit. Okay, so I've stopped sharing and I am going to jump to the website. All right, so let me just go ahead and share again just to show you the teacher dashboard. All right, so this is the classroom, colleagues. So this is where you will see so this would be the principal dashboard, the classrooms, and you will see all the classes, how the classes you can see. You can actually view the classroom from here. You get a top-down, a top level information in terms of what is happening in the classroom. And then you'll also be able to see from the teacher. So this is what the teacher will be seeing. So the principal will be seeing everybody, and the principal can go into every class and see, and they'll also get a high-level summary. For the teacher can also see from the class now, high-level summary, areas of weaknesses by subject. So you'll see which subject need more help, right? You'll also see the overall progress of the class. You'll also see your classroom progress over time. You will also see that you are able to schedule tests, right? Based on the students' areas of, based on the tests that are available, you can always schedule them to be done at a particular time, and it'll pop up on the student screen and they're able to do it. All right. Again, you can see that you're able to schedule the test, the time, the date, etc. All right. Now, for the teacher can click on any of the students, and he'll be able to, again, get a breakdown of the students. All right. So in this case, this student is here, and they're able to see the student's performance, the percentage, the areas of weaknesses, and you can see how well the student is progressing over time in the different subjects. All right. And you can break down the student information even more granular. So you can actually see now exactly how the student is performing in the different exams. So mock exams, whatever exam that the child has done, you can actually see the exam, the entire exam. All right. So you'll also get to see, for example, again, the students' progress. So you'll be able to see individually the students' progress, their average, and then you can actually drill down by the student and how they're performing. You don't have to touch these teachers. It's all going to be created for you. All of the information that is on the tablet will be transferred to this. The only thing that you need to do is just sign in and you have the data. So it doesn't require you to do anything unless there's a student who is missing. You'll also have the option to add students to your class. Outside of adding students, you don't need to do anything else to the data apart from scheduling a test and looking at the student results. All right. So that's all that you really have to do in terms of the actual data. All right. Now, persons are asking about costs and how. I'm sure that you want to know. Now that you have all of this information, I'm sure that you'd want to know, how do I get started? How do we sign up? Whether you're going to sign up your individual child, or you want to sign up your school, or you want to sign up your class? How do you get started? So I am going to let you know how to get started. So let me just go ahead and share my screen. So I'm going to start with how do you get started as a school, and then I'm going to go to the individual. So just bear with me as I go through both. All right. So how do you get started? So this is the implementation strategy. So if you are interested, so at the end of this session, if you want to go ahead and start using the Eduhub StudySmart app, it's a very simple process, right? So there's a school registration form that will be sent to you when we leave. As long as you complete, we have a registration sheet. As long as you have completed that for this session, then we'll automatically send you the school registration form. If not, and you want us to send it to you, you can always send us your email in the chat, and we'll be happy to send it off to you. So there's a school registration form. So you talk to the parents. So I'm going to go into pricing now. So the prices for an individual child for the year, it is $10,000. That is if you want to download the app, you can pay through Google Play Store, $10,000 for the year, right? If, however, and we also have 4 or 5 for 6 months, no, 6,000 for 6 months and 2,500 for 1 month. However, if the school sign up their students, then they get a very, very good discount. So the cost for the school per child is 4,500 Jamaican dollars. And the registration sheet, which I'm going to show you in a bit, you just complete it with all the names of your students, their grades, the name of the teacher who's assigned, who's going to get access to the dashboard and all of that, and the name of the principal and their email address, and we create all of those accounts. So once you submit your school registration form and you pay over the funds to us, our next step is to go ahead and upload all of your data into our system and create all of your users within 5 seconds or less. So once you have created your user information, we will then share with you the form with all of the students' username and their password. The students, all the users, which will be the students and the teacher and the principal, will also get an email with their username and their password. The username is typically the email, and the password will be sent to you. All right. So the users just log in with the information that they would have received. And we do have auto videos, which I'll show you as well in terms of support. So they just log in with the details that they would have received, log into the app, and then the teacher just access the dashboard. And from there, we are here to support you. All right. So that's what we have in terms of implementation strategy for the school. For the parents, the process is very simple as well. You just download the app in Google Play Store. The iOS version is almost finished. We actually uploaded it, waiting on Google and Apple to just review. So that should be ready before the month ends. Just go ahead, download the app in Google Play Store for now, and just pay the funds to the Play Store. If you're having any difficulty, our support line is there. We'll be happy to assist you. All right. So the processes are very simple. All that you need to do is just follow them. They're very simple. All right. Now, I did mention that I'm going to show you so again, sorry. As I mentioned, we do have testimonials of the users and what they have been doing. And last year, the students at Green Island is one of our schools that did exceptionally well, and they are off to a good start last year. The students who use the app typically find it very engaging and very fun to use. It doesn't feel like learning according to them. It feels like they're just having fun and they enjoy it and they compete against each other and they really have fun using it. The teachers also find it very easy to use. All the questions that you need are there. So you don't have to be bothering about where do I find these questions? Am I going to print paper and then photocopy and then give it to students and then sit down and mark it? All of that is eliminated, and now you actually have access to all of the content in one place. All right. So as I mentioned that we do have characters for each grade. So grade 4, you'll see Zara. So the students will actually be interacting with Zara. Grade 5 will do likewise. This is Jamar and Jamar. So this is the theme that the students will actually see in grade 5. And then grade 6 is where they're at the finish line and they need some motivation. And so Amara and Jamal are there to support them. So I'm going to switch out of this quickly and just show you the registration form for the schools. And for the users who are on the platform, the app is in Google Play Store, so you can go ahead and for the individual students, you can go ahead and access it. All right, so let me just go ahead and share one last screen with you. And that is the registration sheet. All right, so the registration sheet, this is where you will, this is what the schools will be getting. So principals, teachers who are here, this form is very simple. So you just complete the name, first name of the student, the last name, their email address, their grade level. It's a drop down. Just click on the grade. Class name is to put in a class name. Whatever you want to show on your dashboard, that's what your class name should be. The parish, it's a drop down as well. The region 6, 7, 8, whatever the region is. Region 1 to 1 to 7, sorry. The role is a drop down again, student or teacher or principal, and the name of the school. And you just go across and complete it. For the teacher name, and so on. These will more than likely be generic, so you just continue. Whatever teacher is assigned to the students, that's the teacher's name that should be there so that the student can be placed in the right classroom. Principal name and email address should be on all of the forms. Or the vice principal, whichever person it would be in charge of using the dashboard. All right? And I did promise that I'm going to show you the support videos on our YouTube channel. So for those persons who might need support, post this once the students have signed up, whether it is individual or whether it is an individual child or it is the school. We do have our support videos. So if you go to Eduhub StudySmart on YouTube, you will find our support videos. I'm just going to show you those as well. And so this is the support videos. And I'll just show you this.
Hi EduStars! I am excited to show you the EduStar leaderboard. At the top of the leaderboard, you will see your name, position, and points. You can scroll down to see the names of the students in the top 20. Click on the star to see if you unlock any badges.
All right. So we have videos for just about all of the different aspects of the app throughout. So all of the different features of the app, there are videos there. And we also have, we're going to be generating videos for how the principals and the teachers should use the leaderboard as well. All right, so that is the end of my presentation. So I'm going to leave the floor very open now for you to go ahead and ask any questions that you might have. If you need any additional information, now is a good time to ask those questions. So you can just raise your hand and we'll be happy to take any questions that you have. All right, so I see a question in the chat, so let me just grab on that one. So the email would be one that the ministry provide. If it should be the one that the ministry provide, or they can create their own. So they can create their own or they can use one that the ministry provide. It doesn't matter, as long as it is a valid email. I know some schools use the MOE email because it's easier for them to find. That's fine, that's perfectly fine with us. It doesn't have to be though. All right. So let's see those questions. Have I made myself so clear that we don't have any questions? That's nice. Any questions, colleagues? I see a hand. Is that Stuart?
Yes, good evening.
Good
All right.
evening.
If we have both systems at school with the computers, we have the Apple as well. So how does it work? Will we be able to go on using both systems?
Right. So I was saying that by the end of, we're hoping that by early next week to the end of between early next week and the end of September, that with Apple version will be fully in the iStore. So yes,
Okay.
you should be able to use both because we're
All right.
almost at the tail end of it.
Okay.
All right. Somebody's asking. Thank you so much, Ms. Stewart. Somebody's asking what's the minimum number of students at a school can register. All right. So the minimum number that we're using is 30 across grades 4 to 6. However, if you have a smaller population, you can reach out to us and we'll definitely work out something for you. So if your population is less than 30 overall, or if you don't have 30 students in grades 4 to 6, just reach out to us and we'll be happy to assist you in getting your students signed up. All right. So that should answer that question from Miss Daly. Any other question for me? No other question? Seems as if we've had a very good meeting. I've made myself clear. All right. So if you've heard and understood everything that we have said, you can just go ahead and give me, I see a hand. So let me just take that hand. Whose hand is that? Moderator, I can't see the name of the person whose hand is raised. You can go ahead and unmute.
Good evening, everyone. It's Miss Daly.
Hi, Miss Daly. Go ahead.
Just checking to see how the students would access the scholarship aspect of the of Eduhub. How does that work?
Oh, excellent question. I totally forgot about the scholarship. How could I? All right. So we have two things that we do. Thank you so much for that question because I actually left it out. So we have a scholarship and we have a grant. So for the scholarship, we at the end of the PEP exam, once the results are out, we send out to all of the students who are in grade 6 and ask them to apply for the scholarship. The criteria for the scholarship is that we are looking at the student must sign up for the app and I would have been using it over time. They also have to apply and indicate why they need the scholarship. And we do have a team of judges who go through the responses and then select the winner of the scholarship. So we usually look at the top grades, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it is the top grade. All right. So we usually look at who is in the top and they must have a grade of 320 or more and must have, give me a second. Right. So I was saying that we use the top score of 320, a minimum score for them to actually be able to be shortlisted. We also have a competition among the schools. So the most outstanding performing school will also get a trophy. And this year we want to give a cash prize for this at the end of the school year to that school. So last academic year, which should be in ending in August, Green Island Primary won that. And so this year we hope that one of these schools here will take home the trophy for sure. All right. So, and we're hoping to give them a cash prize at the end of the academic year as well. We also have a grant. The grant is given to the most social media likes based on the testimonials that the students have given. So what we do, we collect the testimonials, we post them online, and then the parents and well-wishers vote for the students, and the student come out with the most likes and comments wins the grant. All right. So other things to note as well is that on our social media platform, and we'd love before you leave here this afternoon for everybody to just jump on to our social media page. It is eduhub.technology. And go ahead and like and subscribe on all of our social media pages because we're going to be having on it a number of giveaways, but also we're going to be posting exam tips and strategies. We're going to be posting facts about the exam. Did you know? Information that parents might need. So I would encourage you to encourage the parents to also follow us as well, so that they can also get all of the data, the information that they also need to better support their children. So we're going to be having a social media campaign going on strong for this year to get the information out about the exam, and certainly to help to alleviate the fears surrounding the exam. All right. But thank you, Ms. Daly, for asking that question. That was a very good question. All right. Any other question? Or I'm seeing somebody asking what is our contact number. So our WhatsApp number is 876-513-2626. And you can also email us at info@eduhubstudysmart.com. Okay. All right. Any other questions? And for those persons who did not get a chance to come on early, for whichever reason, that's fine. Our YouTube channel has the video. So once we end here, the video will be on YouTube on our platform for you to also have access to post the meeting. So feel free to reach out to us. Let us know if you have any further questions or queries. We'll also send to all of the users who are here. I hope that you would have hit that registration form. I hope everybody completed the registration form for this session. If you haven't, just let us know so that we can also send that to you. And once we have your contact information, then we'll send you some additional info. We'll send you the brochure, we'll send you the information that you can also share with the parents and other parents as well. All right? Please resend. So Sinitra, just put back the registration form here for me, please. For those persons who didn't get a chance to register. So you can do, and you can also put it on the YouTube link as well, in the YouTube as well. So those persons who didn't get a chance to register, it is in the chat now. You can just go ahead and click that. It's just 2 or 3 questions that is there. We just need your contact info so that we can send off the information to you. All right. So since we have no further questions, I am going to close out because I did promise to close out at 7. I am a woman of my own words. And so thank you so much, colleagues, for hopping in. For those, we're going to be having a parent information session as well. So we will also send to you that link so you can actually ask the parents to come on, and we'll definitely give them some information, not just about the app now, but we'll also give them some information about the actual exams and how they can actually assist their students in preparing for the exam, and let them know about the app as well. All right. So since we have no further questions, thank you so much for coming. It was a pleasure being here with you. Do have yourself a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.